welcome to another Lawn Fawn video. Today we are introducing our brand new set, Critters in Costume. It is the next in our Critters series. You know, we have Critters in the Burbs, Critters in the Forest, etc. And so we thought it would be really fun to dress these critters up for Halloween. And then we also have the coordinating die, which is awesome because that means you don't have to try to fussy cut some of these really hard little curves and stuff. I just love the dies. So we're going to stamp them out and create a fun card with them. So here we have our adorable super owl. And what I love about these critters is they're really great for Halloween, but this guy could work anytime on a birthday card or a thank you card. He's adorable. He's just awesome all year round. I just love this bunny and the pumpkin. Too cute. The bear in the bee costume always makes me giggle. Our little angel squirrel here could be really cute during Christmas time too. And of course, one of the critters had to be dressed up as a witch, so we've got our little witch cat here. There are a lot of little elements in this set that help you set really fun scenes. I love this one here. Of course, I stamped him too far over here, but it's the nice little wind trail for the flying little owl here, so you can see how great that is. It's also really great for the leaves. You can have the leaves flowing around for fall, and we've got a great little leaf here that's perfect for setting scenes. As you can see, we have little acorn leaves and candy, which is perfect for this Halloween night we can create with this set. These little candy corn are perfect for stamping repeatedly and creating cute little backgrounds. So you can kind of twist them around and keep the pattern going, as you can see there, and just add a ton of candy corn, which is really cute too. And of course, we have a little star for the starry night. We have a great little trick-or-treat bag here. I love this boo word bubble because you can make any of the critters say it. I particularly love it with the little pumpkin bunny. It looks too cute. And then we have this fun witch's broom. There are some adorable sentiments in this set. We have the bee sweet, which goes great with the little bee bear and with any of the candies too. You're my hero is perfect up here for the owl, and that's one of those sentiments that makes it really kind of a set that works at different times of the year too, which is really great. And of course, we have an exclamation point that you can add to the sentiments or not, which I love, so you can decide to add it or not. And here we have our last sentiment, wishing you a spooky Halloween, which I think is great, especially with the cute critters and the cute font. I just think it's really fun for Halloween. It's great for kids and for people that are kids at heart like me. I just love these critters. So let's go ahead and add some color and then make a fun card with it. So now that I've colored all of my critters and the fun little elements that go along with them, it's time to use the dies. Lately, I've been storing my stamps in these little pockets. They're from Office Depot, but I mean, any Ziploc or anything would do. And I have my stamps and then the dies right in there. So I'm ready to go when I pull my stamp set. I can use my dies. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all of the different dies and the different elements they line up with. So here you can see all of the images lined up with the dies. I'm going to go ahead and use some low tack tape like washi tape or post-its or painter's tape, anything like that. And I'm going to hold these down. That way I can run them all through my die cutting machine all at once. Okay, so now all of my dies are taped down and just run it through just like normal. So here you can see all of the cute critters and their little elements cut out. I love that perfect little white border that the die leaves. The other thing I love about this is now I'm ready to make a couple cards with all of these different images. So let's go ahead and make one of them now. So I'm going to create a fun night sky for the critters to hang out on, and I'm going to use some washi tape to mask off the ground. You can use post-its too. And so by putting that washi tape there, it'll protect that part of the card. So while I use distress inks to make the sky, I can then later on use different color distress inks to make the ground. Here is some super speedy sky coloring here. I'm using a foam ink blending tool and just putting a lighter blue and then a darker blue up top and then that purple at the bottom just to get that Halloween-y night sky look. I removed the washi tape from my ground area and now I'm laying down the washi tape to protect my sky. And you'll see there's a small little sliver of the purple there. And the reason I did that is I don't want a white space between my grass and my sky. So if you do this, it actually creates a perfect blend between the two. Now that I have that tape there set to protect my sky, I'm going to start adding 2 different shades of green. And so I'm just starting from the outside and then blending on to my cardstock. And I'm going to do the light first and then the dark after. And so it just will create some dimension in the grass. And now you can see how great that is looking. And it's time to remove that tape and reveal our whole scene. So you can see there how great the line between the sky and the grass looks. There's no white space and it's perfectly blended just by leaving that little sliver when I put the washi tape down. Now you're going to see here I made an oops. Because the sky was still wet, the tape kind of ripped it, but we'll fix it later. I thought it would be fun to show how I colored this cute little bear and bee costume. And you can see here I'm just using the light yellow and dark yellow and just blending them through. The same idea with the stripes by having that lighter part towards the outside edge and the darker towards the middle. And that subtle shading just adds a lot of fun dimension. So now I can start placing all of my critters around, and I'm going to use the extra ones for other projects later on, but I thought it would be fun to kind of place them around. And that oops there in the bottom left hand corner, we're going to cover it up with some of the critters, so that's an easy way to cover up a mistake like that. I do that all the time. I love having all of the critters cut out at once because I can play around with the placement and pick out the perfect one for my card. Now, of course, we need a fun sentiment, so I'm stamping the Wishing You a Spooky Halloween from the set. So you can see I left a little extra space there. Whenever I do that, my trick is to use the extra exclamation point we like to include in these sets, and it's a way to center things when you don't center them perfectly. So now I'm going to add that, and now I have a much more centered little sentiment there. So I'm going to flag the ends of my banner here by cutting a slit in the middle, and then lining up the point of the edge to the top of that slit and making a cut. I want to add some stars to my night sky. I think it's going to add just a fun little extra dimension there. And so I'm using tumbled glass distressing, which is a really light blue, so that the stars are still visible, but they're a little more subtle kind of in the background. I also made sure to stamp some of the stars off of the edge so it really looks like the night sky just keeps on going. And now we're ready to add our little sentiment panel, and some foam adhesive really gives it a little pop. So I thought this card would look really great with a thin little black background around it. And then I wanted to bring the orange in for the orange and black of Halloween. So right here we have our brand new Into the Woods 6x6 pad, and I love it because it's just good for the whole fall season. And this orange particularly is going to look really great with this card. So we're going to start putting that all together. So I'm just going to adhere my orange panel to my card base. Then I'm going to adhere the black panel. And I'm going to pop the main panel up with foam adhesive just to add some interest. The last thing this card needs is some glitter. I think every Halloween card needs a little bit of glitter. And so I'm using one of these glitter brush pens, and I'm just adding it to the halo and the candy, and I'm going to put it on the stars and the trick-or-treat bag and just add a ton of sparkle, even on the ground underneath the critters too. It's hard to see on camera, but it really does add some really great sparkle and shine. It's really cool in person. So this is Critters in Costume, the latest installment in our Critters series. And it's just so much fun for Halloween, but also for other just general holidays too. For example, the owl. I mean, you can do birthday, or you use You're My Hero for a thank you card. There's a lot of fun things you can do with it. These are great for cards like the one we made here, and for treat bags and tags and anything Halloween related. There's also some other extra elements in this set, like these little candy corn that are really fun for creating a background. our fun star that we use subtly in the background, and an acorn and leaf too, which is great. The dies make it so much easier to use the set because it cuts that perfect white border for you. Super, super simple, and I just love it. It means I can create more stuff because I have more time. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing and spooky day. Bye!